All right, time to get started. All right, come on in, have a seat, spread out. A little bit of a low turnout tonight, probably because youth group was canceled from the coronavirus. Just a reminder, we always leave our food and drink in the dining room before we move into lesson and worship time. We'll work on that. All right, let's look at our upcoming schedule. Obviously, we are not meeting tonight. Next week, no. The week after, doubtful. Next week is Easter, so we wouldn't have met anyway, so no youth group that night. And then the week after that, probably not. The week after that, not looking good. Actually, here's the deal. So we don't know when we're going to get to meet again here together in person. And so we wanted to make these videos, not normally as cheesy as this, but to try to make it feel like you still had youth group, because we miss you. It's been a little lonely around here. I know you've been stuck at your house doing online school or just trying to wait this thing out. But here's the thing. Right now, the smartest and wisest thing to do is to obey the guidelines we've been given, stay home, stay out of large groups, stay well, and hopefully the cases of this virus will not climb as high as they could otherwise, and we'll be back to meeting together sooner rather than later. And so we're going to make a video each week, at least one, if not more, with lesson ideas of things you can be studying in the Bible while we're apart, and then we can talk about those things. You should be hearing from your leaders pretty soon. Stephanie and Chris and Stephen and Lacey and I have been calling y'all just to check on you and see how you're doing. Call us back. If we leave you a message, we want to hear from you. We want to talk to you. We'll also give you, we'll have a contest each week. I'll give you some music ideas to just try to stay in touch and keep our group going until hopefully very soon we can start to meet again. All right, we do want to celebrate. Alex Dunn has a birthday this week. Happy birthday, Alex. The good news is you don't have to hear a horrible rendition of Happy Birthday sung to you by your youth group. But the bad news is I won't be able to give you your candy until I see you next time. So please remind me to give you your happy birthday candy, and please have a happy birthday, Alex. Oh, dad jokes. I know you miss youth group, but I definitely know you miss my dad jokes. And so thank you to Cameron Leonard for reminding me of this one for this week. Here you go. I put a new playlist together this week. It's got music from Peanuts, the Cranberries, and Eminem. I call it my trail mix. All right, here we go. Time to worship. You definitely don't want to hear me sing. So in place of that, I'll give you some music ideas for this week. One is Stillman, who I was just listening to. I've been listening to him a lot this week. I find his music very encouraging. He's also a young artist starting out, and so without being able to tour and sell merchandise and stuff, listening to artists like that, streaming their music through Spotify or other places actually really does help them out. And so check him out, listen to his music. Also, the Getty Music Writing Team has put together a hymn for Easter called Christ Our Hope in Life and Death. I mean, what a more timely hymn right now, as many of us are worried, though we don't need to be, because our hope is in Christ. He is in control of all things in the world and knows each one of us individually and will see us through this. But check that out. There's a lyric video on YouTube that you can look at and just meditate on those words, especially as we head towards Easter. And that is something good to listen to this week. All right? That leads us to our lesson for this week. And so you will be getting an email from me, either you or your parents, that will have a study guide to go with this. That you can work through together, and then you can discuss it on the phone with your leader or call each other and discuss it. I really encourage y'all to keep in touch with one another during this time, and this would be a great way to do that, to talk about this. So this week, week one, we're going to start with, and we're going to do this as immersive Bible study like we've done in the past, where we really dig in, just dive into a story of the Bible and look at it from all different aspects. And so this week we're going to look at John chapter 11, the story of when Jesus raises Lazarus from the dead. So again, just read this passage a few times, look for all the details, and really look at it from different aspects. Put yourself in the shoes of Lazarus, maybe before he died, Mary and Martha, his sisters, Jesus himself as his friend died, and he saw his friends go through this hard time, the disciples, as they were trying to figure out what Jesus' purposes were here. Put yourself in that, like you were there. Picture the sights, the sounds, the smells of what it might be like for Jesus to raise somebody from the dead. And then look at the questions I'm going to give you to really lead you to figure out what was going on then, maybe what Jesus' purposes were, and what we can take from it now. It's just an amazing story. There's so much there. And again, that's another reason it'd be good to discuss it with each other and with your leaders, to really just get to some of those really great truths that are in there. So listen, we do miss you. We do want to hear from you. Stay in touch with one another, stay safe, keep your hands washed, and keep in touch with one another. And we will see you next time we put up a video. Oh, contest for this week. I almost forgot. I know you were waiting and wondering. There will be a t-shirt on the line for this. And so you will want to participate. Here's the contest. I have personally counted every ceiling tile in the youth room, both the dining room side and the lesson side, the worship side. And so your quest is to let me know, everyone gets one guess, how many ceiling tiles you think there are. I counted every tile, even if it was a partial tile, that counted as one. And so you get one guess. You can text me, email me, call me, however you want to do that. Give me your guess. And next week on the video, I'll let you know who got closest, and that person will win an NBC Youth t-shirt. So there's your quest for this week, your lesson, some music to listen to, get in touch with each other, participate in the contest, and we'll talk to you next week. All right, y'all, later.